The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Atlanta Braves. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Los Angeles Angels looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
Oh, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill here today, Joe Ryan. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
135.
This one in the air, center field. Harris under it. And there's one down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup.
Batting second, first baseman, Nolan Shanaway.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Schanuel.
Oh, one.
That smash towards center. And there are 2 down.
Batting third, right fielder, Joe Adell.
Now batting Joe Adell. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. He makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. And now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ian Happ up to hit. Happ, a first-round pick out of the University of Cincinnati in 2015. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Curveball. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And the 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
Slider. Middle inside.
On the ground to the left. The throw to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second, right
Here's the
fielder,
Atlanta Braves lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Fires across the diamond. Great pick. They get out number 2 in a tough play. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin.
Low outside.
In the air to left center. And that is that. Through an inning, no score here on the show. Top of the second, so now the Angel cleanup hitter, Zach Neto. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
And there's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one not close. Ball one. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the center fielder. There's a swing and a miss. Second inning here, no score. That clips the corner.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Just off the outside corner. And the count 1-2. Grounds one to short. Whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Well, he's one of the best shortstops in the sport, no doubt about it. And he put his skills on display once again right there. Great stop on the backhand, but it was the transfer and throw for me that really stood out. With the speed going down the line, there's no way he gets the out any other way. That was impressive.
On the ground. And foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Way out front for strike two. And down on strikes. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Atlanta, now in for the Braves, Francisco Lindor. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That is this designated hitter, Austin.
Here's Austin Riley. Rodriguez making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick back in 2018. This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Lindor around second, heading for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Here's Carlos Correa.
Ball one.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
The 1-0. Fought off foul.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
The 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The 1-2. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Safe. And they take the lead. Nick Sandlin, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning. Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Sinker. Low middle.
Swings through that.
Sinker. Low outside.
Swing and a ground ball. Has some trouble with it. Flips it. And they get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II.
Slayer. Middle outside.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Man at second. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball. Here comes Riley. He'll score, and they lead by 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
Picks himself up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So runner at second, 2 down. Ha-Sung Kim next up for the Braves. Runner at second, 2 down here on opening day. And that one fouled off.
Slayer. Low middle.
Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Slayer.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. They limit the damage here. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Braves 2 and the Angels nothing. Back at Truist Park. So in now for the Angels, Christian Robinson. Ball. And it's 1-1. Ball 2. Now one missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Caught him looking for the K.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
At the plate, Kyren Paris. Throw on to Olsen. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
Eliezer Alfonso.
2 outs, base is empty. Eliezer Alfonso, the next to hit for the Angels. This to center field. Harris racing after it. Got it. Nice grab. And that is that. 9 straight retired here to start the game. It's the Braves 2 and the Angels nothing. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Happ leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Next offering is fouled back.
Splitter. Low outside.
And foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Got him swinging.
Just couldn't catch up on the low 90s fastball right there, and that's a result of a good job of changing speeds. Off-speed pitch on the one before, then sped him up. Pitchers that don't throw real hard have to rely on location and mix it up to speeds. That wasn't the best location with the fastball, but clearly that wasn't the pitch he was looking for at the plate either.
Acuna takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Braves, catcher Drake Baldwin.
2 down, base is empty. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Slider. Low middle.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Slider. Middle inside.
0-1 down. Right through there for a strike.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Down in order go the Braves. They're up 2-0. Back in Atlanta Truist Park. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Christian Moore. Late on that fastball.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
The 1-1. Just missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts. So in now for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel. 0 for 1 so far.
All 1.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
Well, baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Adell stands in now and watches strike 1. 2 down, nobody on here on opening day. There's a swing and a drive. Acuna moving back. And that's a foul ball. The 0-2. Ball 1 there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 4th. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Atlanta, and now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Francisco Lindor. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 away.
Up next for the Braves, designated hitter, Austin.
Here is Austin Riley. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Now a fly ball to right center. Adell on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman.
Now Correa up to hit.
Correa.
It's amazing. We get a chance to talk to a lot of opposing managers. This guy scares managers on the other team as much as anyone.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names in this lineup.
Slider. Middle outside.
Hit on the ground to short. Neto over to first, and that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Oh.
Out, out, 3, out, save, you're out, 3, out, 3, ball 4, take your base, out, that's ball 4, hey, ball 4, take your base, you're out, ball 4, take your base, that's ball 4, 3, out, 3, out, you're out, 3, out, out, you're out.
Back at Truist Park, we go to the 9th. Jo Adell getting ready to hit. Check swing, and he went 0-1.
Ball.
Ripped to third and caught.
Next to the Angels, shortstop, Zach Neto.
Now at the plate, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one hammered. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
1 out, runner at second. And now the center fielder. That one fouled off. Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Man at second. Got him swinging for the K. Angels with only one outlet.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Anthony Bender done for the afternoon, and he's responsible. New pitcher for the Braves, David Peterson, ready to make his season debut. Angels down to their final out. And now Damian Aparicio, their switch hitter, batting right. Check swing, and he went. And that is strike one. They're down to their final strike. Man on second, 2 down. And that's outside. And the count 1-2. That one missed. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.